Hi guys, my name is Linton Amwaki and welcome to our YouTube channel. My group was discussing about the Trokosi culture, which is found in Ghana. Culture, as defined by Estefade, culture is the quality programming of the mind that distinguishes one group of people from another group of people. And importance of culture include, culture gives us a sense of belonging, like how the Maasai in Kenya. You can know a Maasai in Kenya by how they wear their shukas, how they wear their beads around their necks. Second, it shapes our personality, how we interact in our daily lives in our society, how we interact with people. Also, it changes our individuality, like how we move, how we do things, how we do certain things. It also helps us to solve certain problems in our daily lives. It also helps us to interpret new things and understand new things in our daily lives. And also, culture helps us to develop new knowledge every day in our life.
My name is Auma Hazina. I'm going to talk about Trokosi culture. Trokosi means the wife of the gods. According to the video watching class about my stolen childhood, Brigitte, the main character in the video, is telling us how she was taken away from her family when she was 7 years old to go and serve as a Trokosi. When she reached there, her clothes and her name were taken away. She was given a new name and she was also dressed in a purple dress. When she was in the shrine, she found that there were several women also in the shrine serving as Trokosi. The main reason why she was there is because she was paying for a sexual sin that was committed by her uncle some years back. The Trokosi culture required that the women who are going to serve in the shrine should be sexually pure. The saddest part about the story is that the women used to sleep with the priest, who was an intermediary between the gods and the people. The main elements that come out from the Trokosi culture, we found out that this religion, the people used to worship their gods in the shrines, and they had a priest and also the deities. Another aspect is food. The people of Ghana used to eat fish and fufu. Another aspect is naming. When Brigitte reached the shrines, she was given a new name. Yeah, and another aspect is dressing. When she reached the shrine, she was dressed in a purple. So purple dress. So purple in this aspect symbolizes Trokosi.
So what stands out for me from the Trokosi culture is the fact that despite its involvement of thousands of women from West Africa, none of them has yet come up with ideologies or just organizations just to put an end into this practice. And also the involvement of the government into this, it's quite unorderly. Another aspect is that it robs the victim of their freedom, for example, the freedom of choice, because none of the victims are asked for consent before engaging in these practices. Also, the fact that the victims are also held accountable for another person's crime. Another thing that stood out for me very vaguely was that the children are quite not engaged in their basic needs, because most of these children don't even have education. They're not allowed. Very little attention is placed on the educational part, because most of the attention is mainly focused on the traditional system. So it's quite unethical, because again, the children in the shrines are being taken advantage of by the religious leaders, and the fact that they skip education for this and just to go fetch gallons of water in the morning at 5 a.m., it quite robs them of their youth, because they don't even engage in social activities. So the Trokosi culture has it for me, and it's in a very vaguely aspect. Yes.
Their freedom, their education, and everything else. Hofstede's dimension, masculinity and femininity, which we felt like it applies in this Trokosi culture. This is whereby a female are viewed as inferior humans in the society. This was practiced in traditional African society, and we're still seeing it being practiced here in the Trokosi culture. For example, the females are going to the shrines to pay for the sexual sins done by their relatives. So we found out that women are still being viewed as inferior humans in the society here. Women are not given their freedom. Women are not being taken to school like Brigitte tells us that she was not allowed to go to school like the other ladies. So this is still sexual servitude, and this is denial of freedom. We felt like as a group, the Western organizations should come in and help us to eradicate this Trokosi culture, because it's exploiting our girls. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and remember to subscribe. Bye.